I got a hangover, whoa. I've been drinking too much for sure. I got a hangover, whoa. I got an empty cup, pour me some more. So I can go until they close up, hey. And I can drink until I throw up, hey. And I don't ever want to grow up, hey. I wanna keep it going, keep it going, 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 go, 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 go! I got a little bit trashed last night. I got a little bit wasted. I got a little bit mashed last night. I got a little shit-faced. I'm on a ship. If you don't know, well now you know. I got a hangover, whoa. I've been drinking too much for sure. I got a hangover, whoa. I got an empty cup, pour me some more. So I can go until they close up, hey. And I can drink until I throw up, hey. And I don't ever want to grow up, hey. I wanna keep it going, keep it going. Come on, come on, come on, go! Drink up, cause a party and a party, take a ride all through it. End up on the floor, can't remember you clueless. Officer, what the hell are you doing? Stumbling, no one come again. Give me rum, give me gin, give me liquor, give me champagne, bubbles till the end. What happened after that? Do a spot, tell a friend. Got my homie Greg, we can all sip again. And again, and again, and again. Remember this, wasted so what, irrelevant. A kick to the head, who's selling it? I got a hangover, that's my medicine. Don't need to brag or sound too intelligent. A little rum can't hurt this veteran. Show up, but I never throw up, so the drinks go up, go up. I got a hangover, whoa. I've been drinking too much for sure. I got a hangover, whoa. I got an empty cup, pour me some more. So I can go until they close up.
of me. I've got to find a way to make it on a stand. The lighting in here is not very good, so when I plug it in and it faces me, it just glares.
There you go. Oh.
I cannot get my Atlas to load. It loads. I can't get it to log into the server.
I should have put down their shipbuilding with Kitty Cat.
Yeah.
I didn't think my cat would actually be involved with the building today. Were you able to see me this whole time, or it's just?
Yeah, ever since you when you kicked it on.
Okay. What? Tired? Are you tired? What? You're not used to this hat, are you? Oh, you don't mind it, right? You don't mind it. Usually you're scared with this, my tankard hat. Yeah, you're usually scared. Yeah, usually. What? 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 Huh? What? Actually had to move my whole entire keyboard forward in order to actually make room for the kitty.
I got one of those. It's a gaming surface for the top of my desk is glass, and I got this gaming surface. And what it is, it's a piece of neoprene, like what a wetsuit's made out of, and it's probably 4 feet wide and about 18 inches tall. And it sits on my desk, and my keyboard and my mouse and everything live on it. And it's one of the most amazing purchases I've ever made. I've had it probably 7, 8 years, and it's still in perfect condition.
Okay.
But my cat loves it. She gets up here and sleeps on it. It drives me crazy because I have to clean all the cat hair out of the little vision port for my mouse.
Okay, we're gonna load up our weapons. It is really hard to do this with Mr. Kitty in front of the screen here. I'm going to try to do it. Here we go. Oh, my bow. Got my bow. Tail gets in the way. Come on. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to we left off here at part 3. We're going to continue with part 4. It's foggy as heck. I hate the fog. And we're going to continue with part 4. Now, part 4, we're going to build a shipyard. And on this server, we have many shipyards we're going to build that we can build. We're going to build a small shipyard for now. we have all the material that we transferred over from the smithy there to that smithy. So what we're going to do is going to go back here to our little small little house. Okay. We're going to build ourselves a shipyard. Okay. Go into structures, go into shipyard. You can either pick out large or small, and here we're going to pick out small. I'm going to pick out small shipyard. I'm going to build one. I'm going to place it. Placing the shipyard is always a crucial spot. And we'll show you why it's so crucial. You always go to your E to place, and it will show up here. Now, you don't want to place it back here. As you can see, it will turn this way because there's not enough water, which that's important. It won't let you place it if it's too much in water. Now, as you can see, if you get too close, to the shore, like right here, you're not going to have enough water for the boat, for the draft for the boat. So you want to make sure that you place it far enough away from the shoreline and in deep water. So before you place the shipyard, since you have the shipyard, you right click, you left click to make it go away. And you dive into the water first, and you look to make sure that you have plenty of draft underneath the water. And in here we do. We have plenty of draft. We have a little sandbar here, so we want to make sure that we bring it right over here, because it will be crucial to put our shipyard here. You don't want to put it on a sandbar. You're gonna place the ship right on the sandbar, and then poof, it's going to bottom out. If you put it right onto the shore and you place it right, the ship right on the shoreline, it's going to be terrible. You're going to wonder why you bottom out your ship all the time. Correct, Torben?
Oh, there's nothing worse than working and getting your ship completed. Then you hit launch, and when you launch your ship, it drops about 10 feet. And the ship drops, slams into the ground, bounces around in the shipyard for about 10 seconds, and then just explodes, and all of your work is instantly gone.
Yep, exactly.
Definitely worth taking the time to scout out a good location for your shipyard.
Now, don't worry if it's a little farther away from the shoreline. You can always either build a dock or not build a dock and swim to the shoreline from the shore. Here, it's not that far away, so we can just walk right to the shoreline. So don't be too afraid of that. As you can see, we have a nice draft, deep enough to where the ship will be perfectly fine. Now, since we put our shipyard down, you want to hold E. What are you looking at? My cat's looking at me strange, I'm talking. What? What? You looking at my hat? I know. It's a weird hat. Okay. Anyway. Alright. You want to hit E. You want to hit Access Inventory. And you have 2 ships here. Now, each ship requires this much material. You're going to have to put the material inside the shipyard in order to build either ship. What we're going to focus on today is a schooner. Schooner is a little bit more bigger than a sloop. So we're going to focus on a schooner this time around. And so we need this much material. So let's go back to our smithy, see if we have enough material, and see if we can build our first ship on the hull and get it going. Now we need metal, we need wood, we need thatch, and we need fibers. Alright. And let's go back to our shipyard. My cat's being goofy. We're gonna.
Mine's asleep in a desk drawer here right beside me, and if I look down at her, she reaches up and digs her claw into my knee. So we're just going to ignore her for everyone's well-being.
Oh, don't get too close to my keyboard now. So I moved it just for you. Now, since we have the material, now what you want to do, you want to right click, you want to craft one, you want to left click, you want to hit E to craft one, and that will get the shell going for your first ship. Now, since you got the shell of the ship all done here, now what you need are planks to start building this thing. Now you're going to wonder, where am I going to get these planks? Well, they're not in the shipyard. Well, let's go back to the smithy now, since you have some material, because you didn't use all the material that you had on you. Let's go back to the smithy and see what we can do. Put back the material here. If I can find it under this cat hair. There we go. You want to go to structures. You want to go to shipyard. Not structures. You want to go to ship construction. Here we go. And you want to go to small. No, you don't want to go to small. You want to go to medium. I'm sorry. You want to go to medium. It's been a while. You want to go to...
Yeah.
It's been a while. Oh my god, it has been a while.
Slept since then.
You want to go to planks? Oh, here we go. Well, we're not going to put gun ports on it. We're going to put regular planks on it, because this is going to be a simple build for now. We're going to put medium wood planks on this ship for now. Now, how many can we make? Let's see this number here. It shows how many we can make. Now, where do you get that number from? It's right here, this toggle tooltip. Now, if you take that toggle tooltip away, it won't. It will still show the number, but it won't show the material of how many, or the number of the material that you can actually make of that, until you actually toggle that back, and then it will actually show the fiber, the metal, the thatch, and the wood. So this way, you always want to have that on anytime you make planks or decks or anything that is from your smithy, because it's a very valuable tip to have. You always want to have that on. So we're gonna make 43 is too much right now. we're going to make that, let's see, we're going to make 30. I know for a fact that it doesn't take 30, but it's always good to have extra. Now, why do you want to have extra? Well, just in case you run into a ship at a dam, or you run into a whale. There's creatures out there that will ram you, or an iceberg, or if you run into an island in dense fog and you don't know where you're going, and you run into it headlong, like I do sometimes, and you destroy planks. There you go. You have extra planks to put on your ship. And I have done that many times. I have actually run into an island in dense fog, a full sail, and destroyed 2 of the front planks like crazy. So, now if we had gun ports on this ship, we'd be putting the gun ports on first. And then the regular planks. But we'd be making extra gun ports just in case we cover any of the gun ports over with regular planks. But for now, we're not going to worry about that. We are just going to focus on these regular planks. There we go. We push I for your inventory, and then you push place for E, or just place, and it automatically comes up on your ship. Now, if you turn away, it will just be that color there. But if you start getting close to your ship, it will turn that color, which means that it's ready to be placed. And all you do is you right click on your mouse, and voila, it starts placing. Just like that. Simple as pie. And it will go down below as well. You need to cover both sections, the top and the bottom. We're going to take care of the top first, and then we're going to come down here and start placing the decking for the bottom as well. You need to take care of the bottom, as it's very important to take care of the bottom as well.
That's where the water comes in first.
Exactly. If you don't take care of the bottom, you're gonna leak. Okay.
And if you do pop a plank off, it's not the end of the world. You've got a little bit of time, and you can increase the amount of time it takes for your ship to sink with skills and through leveling up the ship and stuff. So don't panic if you lose a plank or two, during a war or a battle, or you run into a rock like, everyone tends to do.
That's correct.
You just run down there and pop a new plank on the side, and you're good to go.
Now you can see we have 2 extra planks, which is fine. We will just leave that in inventory now. It's still not complete. Well, we need decks. So we'll get that from our Mr. Horsey. We will get that from a ship construction, and we also need to make sails. Well, sails are not made in the smithy. We'll get to that a little bit later. For now, let's focus on decking. And we're going to find that right here in decks. Now, how do I get there? Well, if you go to structures, you go to ship construction, you go to medium, and then you go to decks. And it says you can make 57. Well, we're not going to make 57 decks because we don't need 57 decks. And we don't really need to make 4 or 5 extra decks because we don't need to go through 4 or 5 extra decks. What we're going to do today is we're going to have just 2 decks. Now we're going to make 2 decks. We're going to actually make a third one as an extra. we go. I'm going to transfer that over. I use T to highlight it and then transfer it over. Okay. My cat is being stubborn. She's not moving. And she's making my tune jump.
But you need a second keyboard, like a dummy keyboard you can set off to the side for her to sleep on.
I do apologize. My cat is making my tune jump. So I do apologize for that. Oh no, 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 kitty, no, no. She's laying down on my keyboard. Come on, come on. Oh. Oh boy. I might have to take a small break and get her off my desk here. I'm not sure. Let's place these decks first. You go ahead and place it. Now you can see here that we have two toggles. Now I do apologize. The toggles are on the right hand side on the bottom. My camera is covering up both of those snaps. Now we'll say snap Q1 and 2. It'll also say medium wood ship deck. I do apologize. My camera is blocking that, but that's what we'll say on the bottom right hand side. You use Q to toggle. What we're going to do is we're going to toggle 1, and that will bring us the bottom deck first. We're going to click on that, and then we're going to put this as the top deck. Now you can only put 2 decks on a schooner. Now you're going to say to yourself, well, geez, that top deck isn't really complete. Don't fret. We are going to have to make wood ceilings in order to complete this decking. But before we do that, we need to build some sails first. Because if we put down our wood decking first and then put down the sails, we're going to have to take up some of the decking first, and that's going to confuse us to no end. So we're going to make the sails first, then the decking. And how we make the sails is in the loom. And don't worry, we can make the loom from our smithing. As easy as that. Or you can make the loom on yourself. But for now, we're going to make the loom from the smithy. Is that right? No. We are going to make the loom. So I'm strapped for space. We're going to make the loom on us. And how we're going to do that is we're going to come to our crafting stations over here. I do apologize, it is blocked, but I am going to lift this up a little bit here, and you can actually see it right here, right above my camera. And it says craftable loom right there. Now we'll need fibers, we'll need keratoid, metal, stone, and wood. Thankfully, we have all that we need from the smithy. Now we're going to transfer it. Stone. See, we're missing, just metal. I'm going to craft 1, because we only need 1. And then we're going to transfer the stuff over. We're also going to make the wood foundations, because we need some foundations to put this loom down. This loom is pretty big. So remember in the other videos that we did before how we made the floors? Well, we need fibers, thatch, and wood. we're going to do the same thing here. Fibers, thatch, and wood. We're going to make, well, we're not going to make 100. We're going to make about 4. We're going to keep that material on us for now. And we're going to make this loom outside. And you're going to ask yourselves, why are we making this loom outside? Why don't we make it in our place, in our living spot? Well, the loom is really big. And I'll show you the reason why it's big. And I do apologize, my cat is making my tune jump. Hopefully not too long. See how big it is? It's very big. I'm going to place it right here. And we're going to access it. And voila, here's all the sails that we need. Now, on our schooner, we can only fit 2 sails. The preference on the schooner that we're going to be making today is we're going to make 1 large and 1 small. Now, most people, they'll put 2 mediums or 2 smalls or 2, 1 medium, 1 small, or, a combination of both. It's best to get the maximum speed out of your schooner as best as possible. The concept that I have that I'll be implementing today is a small and a big sail. And both of these sails are going to be the handling sail. Why the handling sail? Well, the handling sails are the fastest in the game, because the speed sails, for some odd reason, are broken. They have been broken for a while, and that's in the Atlas game itself. It's not a server thing. I do not know why they're broken. It goes back many months ago. A lot of people don't realize that the speed sails are broken. And on other servers, they might be working. But on this server here, and on many servers that I've been to, the speed sails are definitely broken. So the preferred sail on this server and on many other servers I've been to is the large handling sail, or the small handling sail, or the medium handling sail, which would be the fastest sails on the server. So what we're going to do today for this schooner that we're going to be using is we're going to be using the large handling sail and the small handling sail. So let's see, we need fibers, hide, metal, and wood, and fibers, hide, and wood. So looks like we have fibers, hide, and wood for that, but we need hide and metal. Okay. We'll push E.
Oh, I've got 6 loot boxes.
Oh, good. Good.
If I was a rich man, yada.
See, height.
Yeah, the speed cells have been broken since early release, since the early days of Atlas, and people just kind of forgot about it. I don't know why they've never addressed it.
Yeah, I have no idea either. It's behooved me. That is something that.
I mean, they work. They work fine, but like, there's no difference in speed between a 100% speed sail and a 150% speed
Right.
sail. They still give you the same amount of speed, which is weird.
Which is very odd.
Doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to fix, does it?
I don't know, and there hasn't been anything in the horizon to actually show what the speed sails, how they're going to fix the speed sails, or even if they're going to fix the speed sails.
In the early days, because back then when the game first came out, of course, you couldn't really have a private server right away. There just weren't any, so you'd get these people, these big clans and stuff on there that would just break the game because their ships were so fast.
Exactly. We're going to place the large one. Now, you can place the large one anywhere you want. Now, I placed the front one, the small one in the front, and the large one's going to be in the back because it's more controllable that way. Most people put the small one in the back and the large one in the front. It really all depends on your preference, but I'm going to be putting the small one in the back, in the front, and the large one in the back.
I think that looks better
Right.
too.
We're going to place that here for, yeah. Now we're ready to put the ceilings down because we've placed our sails. We're going to go back into our smithy. We want the wood ceilings, so we need to go back to our smithy to get some more supplies. And we can make the wood ceilings on ourselves. If we don't have the supplies already on ourselves, which we don't, we will need fiber, we need thatch, and we will need wood. Now, we use a little bit of the fiber in the loom, so we'll need some of that because we don't need no more sails. And we will go into our inventory and we will look, and we need, there we go, we need the craftable wood ceilings. Now it's important to make a lot of them. We don't need 100, but we do need a good bit. And we're going to make about 45 for now. Now you can make a downstairs as well. Most people like to use these stairs, these wood stairs. I prefer to use a craftable wood roof. That's what I'm going to make. I'm going to make one for now to show everybody how to make this, the roof, and change that into stairs. We also need a steering wheel for our ship. We find that. We put the materials back so that we can make the steering wheel. We go back into structures, ship construction, and there's the steering wheel. I'll make the steering wheel in here. Now when I get done with this ship, we will launch it, and then I will tell you about the other ships that we have on the server that go along with a diagram that I will show you a little bit later on. So we go into our inventory, we go into wood ceilings, and we start, as you can see, we can start adding them to the ship, and we can get on them. Now you can put the ceiling anywhere you want. We're going to be placing the ceiling right there. So we're going to fill all this in. As you can see, it's pretty simple. It's not that bad. You can place another ceiling, or make a cabin to your heart's content. It doesn't matter. We're going to be placing the ceiling right here. Now what I like to do is I like to get down to the deck, and that's X. I used X to get down to the deck. Then I used I to get into the inventory, place, and then as you can see, the roof is already in the downward position. Now you can't see it, but just hit T and it will change to whatever you want. Ramp, roof. In this part, we would want stairs. And that's what we made, stairs. Then you hit X again to get up. And here we are. We're getting up. Now we need to put the steering wheel down. You go into I again. Here's our steering wheel. And we can place our steering wheel any way you want. Now, if we place our steering wheel right here, right next to the thing here, we're going to be looking pretty much straight into the pretty much straight into the mask. And that's basically where we're going to drive into. So you don't want to, if you want to have that kind of view, go right ahead. I don't like to have that kind of view. I like to have a bird's eye view of my ship. So I like to place the steering wheel as open as possible, or at least secure as possible. So I'll place it there, and then when you hit E, there you go. Now your ship, you can look at your ship by moving your mouse 360 degrees. Now you'll need crew, of course, to man your ship. Or if you don't want to put crew on it and you want to man it yourself, you can. You can do that. You can man your thing by holding an E and rotating your sails by still holding an E, rotating it that way. When you want to raise and lower it, you hold an E, fully open or fully closed, either closed or open. We haven't released the ship yet, so that's why the things are in gray. So, since we have our ship completely built now, we will go ahead and launch it. We will put the stuff on later that we need, like a food loader and ship resource box, a little bit later. But for now, we have the ship completely built. Let's go ahead and launch it. We hold an E, and as you can see, it says release ship. You hold an E, you click on it, and release ship. Now it asks for the name of the schooner. Now you can put in any name you want. But once you put the name in, that's it. It's there for you. We're just, for all intents and purposes, we're just going to name this part 4. There we go. As you can see, it's floating. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the steering wheel. And as you can see, it's still floating. It's fine. I'm going to hit X. That anchors the boat. That secures the boat so it doesn't drift. It doesn't take in damage. And there's high tide and low tide. So this will move back and forth, causing some damage from the actual drift of the thing. I don't know how much damage there is. I don't know, Torben, you would probably know more about that than anything, would you?
What's that?
The high tide and low tide. Is there a lot of damage that the ships take from that if it's in the shipyard? If it's
I don't think it takes much, as long as the ship is
it's not anchored.
Like if if it's not launched, it won't take any damage.
If it's not anchored and if it just drifts back and forth, it will take in damage, won't it?
I don't. It's going to depend on how rough it is. Like, it could take damage, but I've never actually seen it take much. It's one of those, if the conditions were just right, yeah, it'd probably take quite a bit. It'd be just like running into the island.
Okay, now that's a regular sized ship. And the reason why we say it's a regular sized ship is, whoop, tried to get onto the stairs, but my cat had other ideas. The reason why we say that's a regular sized ship is because if we look at it right here, a schooner class, which is in our server, has a net weight right there of 89,000 tons of freight. Right now, it's only taking like 1,272 pounds. Okay, so that's in our vanilla ships that we have. We have another mod that we have that is a AS shipyard, and that is a shipwright. It's a shipwright mod that we have in our game. I don't know if many people have that in your games or not, but I will show you a graph or chart that will actually come on, cat, come on. There you go. All right, thank God. I can actually properly show you this. There you go. Thank you, kitty. Okay. Let me show you a diagram of what I'm talking about. Okay. This is a diagram of our Atlas Shipwright Builder mod, or the AS Shipwright class verification. As I zoom in here, which I will zoom in and you will see quite clearly. I won't zoom in too much because I don't want to cover too much of the stuff up. But as you can see, these are all the classifications that we have for this shipwright mod that we have, the classifications that we have for this shipwright. Now, this is basically another shipyard that we have that take AS parts that is part of our server. And this is a chart that actually shows you exactly step by step of what ship, and there's, as you can see, there is 5 ships that you can actually build in the shipyard that we have. A warship, a transport, a luxury, explorer, or the standard, which is balanced. And each one of them has its pros and cons. The ship that I usually pick out the most, and it's rather the best ship out of them all, is, of course, well, from my point of view, is the warship. The warship is by far the best because there's so many pros that go with the ship, but there are some cons that are with the ship itself. You know, it's 15% HP rear planks minus that, but there's 15% HP gun port. So you have your pros and cons with that. This is an accurate chart that most people, you know, they wonder, well, I have the Atlas Shipwright, you know, thing, but I don't know what the chart is. You know, I can't find the chart, or I don't know what the chart is, or, you know, I have no idea what to build. You know, what the classification is. You know, what's the class L? What's the class T? You know, what's the class W? What's the class E? You know, is the Explorer the real good one? You know, should I use the transport? This is the chart that actually shows you step by step what's the good ones, the max structures, the base beds, the base weight, everything. Not to confuse the beginner that is just starting out, but if your server uses the AS or the Atlas Shipwright mod, this is the chart that you want to have and use on your server. I'll leave it up here for a couple minutes. If you would like to know where this is, we have our Discord page, always handy and available. You can always log on to our Discord. You can always log on to our YouTube channels and to our Twitch channels to get all the information that you need for this. We do have this mod. It is very useful. It's very handy. Most of the people that use this mod love it. They just absolutely just love it. There are pros and cons to it. I won't lie. There are different things that are good about it, and there's different things that are not. Like the luxury one, the base beds are good, but then again, the crew is terrible. The weight's terrible. Then again, the transport's good because the base weight and the weight per level is really, really good. But the beds per level and the maximum structure isn't very good. Plus, you can't put cannons on the transportation ships, the Class T. He cannot put any cannons on that ship at all. So, Turbin, you have anything to add, or?
Your first ship, I would suggest going vanilla.
Yeah, exactly.
But just to learn the ropes, because the vanilla are they're well rounded in every way. You can see there on the chart. They're really well balanced. Don't let the green and the red confuse you. More points here, less points there. All the ships are good. There's not one that's better than others. Some are better at certain things than others, but they're all good. It's such a good mod. The Atlas Shipwright mod is really, it adds so much flexibility.
And they have extra things too, like the windowed stuff.
Oh, the windows are so pretty.
They're glass, see-through gun ports. They're really cool. So, don't let this the green and red scare you. It just shows what the pros and cons are. If you want to start off with if your server has this and your server also has the regular kind, I would start off with a regular ship at first. Start with a schooner, build your way up to a brig, or a larger ship, maybe a galleon, and then tackle this. That would be the ideal thing. And there you go. Let's finish this boat with the bare essentials, and we're going to go back to the smithy again. And we're going to be building 2 more essential things. We're going to go into structures. We're going to go into wood, storage, and we're going to go into ship resource box. We're going to craft 1, and then we're going to go into, let's see, food loader. I'm going to craft 1 of those. We'll get that there and that there. Then we're going to take these berries. I'm going to put them there, and then we're going to take some materials. I'm going to take some materials with us. Let's see. Some materials. Go. All right. Now let's go on our ship. Let's finish this off. back to here. Now you can put the ship resource box anywhere you want. I'm going to be putting it in the back here for safekeeping. You can put it down below if you wish. I'm going to put it right here so I know exactly where it is. And I'm going to put the food loader back here. Now, why am I putting a food loader here? Well, this is for your crew. Anytime you want to get crew, you got to feed the crew. And so you got to feed the crew. You also have to pay the crew. So we'll get gold later on when we go out. But you also need material in order to repair the ship if the ship gets damaged. So you have to put some material on the ship. And you have to put some food in the food loader. There you go. It's always important to keep those two things fully stocked. And there you have it. Now, if you want to put a ship resource box, you can only put one on a ship. If you want to put a storage box, like if you want to keep this stuff in a storage box and you don't want to carry it on yourself, all you do is if you want to go downstairs, you can put it like right here. You can put it, right here if you want. You can put it anywhere in the ship. It's also important to put a bed down. A bed on a ship is very important because if you die or you get off the ship and you get eaten by a shark or something, you do not want to go all the way back to home and then try to find your ship, because your ship might be floating somewhere and you're not going to be able to find your ship. So it's best to...
Mermaid drags you off of it.
always good to keep a bed on board the ship at all times. In fact, we are going to build a bed on here. Go up here. Now there's always a ladder in case you do fall off, always in the back of the thing. Now, in case the ladder goes up, say for instance, the emergency ship ladder goes up and you don't see it, all you have to do is whistle it and it goes down. Some people don't realize that. All you have to do is look at it and the ladder goes down when you hit U. That's a little trick that you need to remember when you're sailing a ship. My wife has a hard time with that every time she sails. Okay. We are going to make a bed right now. And you can make a bed on you. Now, did I take too much material off of here? Oh, yes, I did. Because the bed is right there. And it requires hide. But it always requires fiber. Well, that's okay. We can always get out here and get some fiber. This is an island that doesn't have much fiber on it. So, we're going to go back to our ship and grab some fiber, because that's why we're going to create this ship in the first place, to get some fiber. Okay. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to hit E. And then we're going to go access our inventory here. There's our fiber. And we go down here. There's our craftable bed. We want to craft one. Also, two, we want to not forget, we want to craft a storage box. Let's craft one there as well. So let's see here. Where are we going to put our bed? Well, let's put our bed down here. Okay, let's set it up right here. Let's put our storage box right here. That seems like a good place to put it. There we go. And we can put our extra stuff right there. And there we go. We got a complete ship. Working ship right here. That will do for a video. I'm glad everybody could come in. Thanks, Torben, for chiming in and helping me out here. I want to thank you for everything. I'm going to go down to AFK here, AFK mode here for just a minute, Torben, so that I can take care of certain things. And I want to thank everybody for coming in and chiming in. I will talk to you a little bit later here, Torben.
Okay, we'll see you in a few.
And I'll be right back. Thank you for everybody for coming in. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody had a great time for tuning into my channel. Oh, thank you, Torben. It's been awesome. Thank you very much. You there. Thank you very much. And I'll leave you with some interesting music. And everybody have an awesome afternoon. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You all have a great afternoon. And I'll catch you on the flip side. This is Per Nation. You all have a great afternoon. And I'll catch you tomorrow, Saturday at 1 p.m. Leave you with some awesome music for you.
August 23rd, Lincoln Financial Field. On sale now at Ramstein.com.